Brexiteers have praised Boris Johnson's hardline approach in trade talks with the EU as the third round of negotiations ended today. The UK's chief negotiator David Frost said little progress had been made as he hit out at the EU's level playing field and fishing demands. And a senior British official close to the negotiations warned the UK could walk away if a deal cannot be agreed. Reacting on Twitter, Brexit Party leader Nigel Farage said, "Good to see the British government holding firm for once." Former Brexit Party MEP Martin Dobney wrote, "So long as the EU insists on full access to UK fisheries and its level playing field, we seem destined for a clean break Brexit. Bring it on." Ex-UKIP and independent MP Douglas Carswell added, "Seems pretty clear. If the EU persists with these demands that we be bound by its rules, we'll trade with them like any other WTO member." Former MEP Rupert Lowe tweeted, "Great to see Frost really pushing back against the EU. Attacking them for the little progress made and their ideological approach which is proving impossible to deal with. A belated clean break Brexit is looking ever closer." Fantastic news. And the Bruges Group think tank said, once again, the EU's unwillingness to negotiate in good faith has been exposed. The fundamental issue is that bureaucrats in Brussels expect to be able to treat us differently to other countries with whom they have trade deals. An extension would not fix such a broken mindset. Mr. Frost said the EU's demand for a level playing field on standards was a key stumbling block. He said, "I regret however that we made very little progress towards agreement on the most significant outstanding issues between us. It is very clear that a standard comprehensive free trade agreement, with other key agreements on issues like law enforcement, civil nuclear, and aviation alongside, all in line with the political declaration, could be agreed without major difficulties in the time available. The major obstacle to this is the EU's insistence on including a set of novel and unbalanced proposals on the so-called level playing field which would bind this country to EU law or standards, or determine our domestic legal regimes, in a way that is unprecedented in free trade agreements and not envisaged in the political declaration. As soon as the EU recognizes that we will not conclude an agreement on that basis, we will be able to make progress." Mr. Frost said that fishing was another sticking point. He said, "Although we have had useful discussions on fisheries on the basis of our draft legal text, the EU continues to insist on fisheries arrangements and access to UK fishing waters in a way that is incompatible with our future status as an independent coastal state. We are fully committed to agreeing fishing provisions in line with the political declaration, but we cannot agree arrangements that are manifestly unbalanced and against the interests of the UK fishing industry."